Good afternoon to one and all present here. I'm extremely happy to welcome our Honorable Chairman, Dr. N.R. Sir, Secretary Mr. N.R.D. Kumar Sir, Joint Secretary Dr. P.R. Premchand Sir, and IQAC Coordinator Mrs. Saram, respected faculty members, chemical, and microbial techniques. I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Babu, Assistant Professor, Head, Department of Microbiology, University of Madras. Now, it's time for felicitation. I request our Principal Ma'am to felicitate our guest with shawl and memento. I request our Vice Principal Ma'am to felicitate our guest with saplings and gift. Looking forward to an overview of the main findings, a summary of the breakout groups, and I hope we captured all those moments during the successful seminar session. This conference report will refresh the memory of delegates. Now I just call upon Dr. Harni, Department of Biochemical, to deliver the conference report.
I'm happy to welcome our Honorable Chairman, Chevalier Dr. N.R. Dhanapalan Sir, Secretary N.R.D. Prem Kumar Sir, Joint Secretary Dr. P.R. Premchand Sir, Principal Dr. C. Inita Lebanon, Vice Principal and IQAC Coordinator Mrs. Jafia Solomon Ma'am. We, IQAC Department of Biochemical, organizing biochemical, chemical, and microbial techniques on 20th and 21st February 2024 at Valedictory College of Arts and Science. The international conference brought together researchers, scientists, academicians, and industrial professionals around the world to exchange knowledge, share recent advancement, and discuss emerging trends in the field of biochemistry, chemistry, and microbiology. Around 80 participants were registered. Out of 80, nearly 40 scholars were presented their research work, and the conference proceedings were published with ISBN number. The conference provided a platform for interdisciplinary discussions, fostering collaborations, and facilitating networking opportunities among the participants. The key highlights were diverse presentation. The conference featured a wide range of presentations, covered innovative biochemical techniques, advances in chemical synthesis, microbial applications, drug discovery, and more. Presenters shared their latest research findings and insights, stimulated through provoking discussion among attendees. Keynote address. Renowned experts delivered keynote address or as follows. Special lecture 1 was presented by Dr. Ashok Kumar Veeramuthu, Professor and Head, Center for Waste Management and Renewable Energy, Savitha University, Chennai, and Visiting Professor, Department of Chemical Technology, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. Special lecture 2 was presented by Dr. Ramchandran Samivel, Assistant Professor, Department of Optometric in South University, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Special lecture 3 was presented by Dr. Arun Babu Damodaran, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Madanapalli Institute of Technology and Science, Andhra Pradesh. Technical session 4 was presented by Dr. Kalirajan Arunachalam, Senior Lecturer, School of Natural and Applied Sciences, Mulangishu University, Zambia. The keynote speakers highlighted the latest developments and further direction in biochemical, chemical and microbial research, inspiring attendees with their expertise and vision. The conference allowed the participants to engage with speakers, exchange ideas and get deeper into specific topics. Oral presentation session provided researchers, particularly students and early career professionals, with a platform to showcase their work and receive the feedback from experts. We have 3 best paper presentation and 2 special appreciation awards for the scholars. The International Conference on Neoperspectives in Biochemical, Chemical and Microbial Techniques provide a stimulating environment for knowledge sharing, collaboration and networking among researchers and professionals in the field of biochemistry, chemistry and microbiology. And we thank Dr. D. Prabhu, Assistant Professor and Head Department of Microbiology, University of Madras, for his presence today for the valedictory address. We extend our sincere gratitude to all the participants, speakers, scholars for their contributions to the success of the conference. We look forward to continue collaborations and participation in future edition of this conference. We extend our sincere thanks to our admin team and technical team for their constant support. Thank you one and all.
My pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. D. Prabhu, Assistant Professor and Head in the Department of Microbiology, University of Madras. He has graduated in BSc, MSc and PhD in Microbiology. He published 23 papers in international journals and presented papers in national and international seminars. His area of specialization are bacteriology and virology. He got special awards in UGC Project Fellowship in the year of 2007, Department of Biotechnology Senior Research Fellowship in the year of 2008, University of Madras Teachers Research Fellowship in the year of 2009. Sir, your expertise, experience, and insights are highly regarded in bacteriology and virology, and we are honored to have you to share your knowledge with us at this prestigious international conference. Your presence adds tremendous value to our event, and we are eagerly anticipating your address. Your presence are quite essential for the students who want to be scientists in future society. You have motivated us enough by being an example of light in the darkness. We would be delighted with your expertise and knowledge in every possible way. We are grateful to our work connecting towards young minds to strive towards success and achievement. It's an honor to be graced by accepting our invitation and becoming a chief guest of today's event. Now, I request Dr. Prabhu to deliver valedictory address.
So thank you very much for the wonderful introduction, madam. So first of all, I would like to thank the management of Anne Arts and Science College for giving me this opportunity to interact with you people. And also I would like to thank Principal Madam, Vice Principal Madam, and the HODs of all the departments. And yes, I'm really excited to see you all, young minds, and especially the conference which is on Neoperspectives in biochemical, chemical and microbial techniques. It's a good topic. And why I'm saying it's a good topic is nowadays, it's more towards translational research rather than single, research portfolio. Because even the government of India, the funding agencies like DST, DBT and ICM, CSAR, everyone is saying that go for a disciplinary, not even interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary. So I'm very happy that, 3 different departments, biochemistry, chemistry, and microbiology, I think they did the justice for that. And especially we are in a nano era, right? And I don't know how many people are aware about this nanotechnology, which is booming. It's not a new technology. It's there in chemistry. So we used to call material scientist, right? Nanotechnologists, previously we used to call them as a material scientist, and now it's updated to nanotechnology. That's it. And why I'm talking about more about this nanotechnology, somebody would have talked about antimicrobial resistance, right? Somebody, I think, like they were talking about Nilavembu. So nanotechnology currently, more and more research is done in that nanotechnology because of drug resistant menace. Because whatever drug the companies, the industries, like they are bringing to the market, the next day itself, the bacteria started showing resistance. And that's the reason where, like they are going for the nanotechnology. And there are many advantages and very little disadvantages, like for nanotechnology, I can say. Why I'm saying very little is, like we are validating, only thing is, like we are not moving forward for the clinical trials because of, like the knowledge and the effectiveness of the drug or something like that. Why we are lacking in that part is, like because of lack of collaboration between the departments. So now I'm very happy that, like 3 departments together, I think, like it makes sense where, like, like you can bring a lot of, research, you can do a lot of research. Hopefully, I was discussing with Principal Madam also, in coming years, like this will be graded, upgraded to the research institutes where, like a lot of research can be done pertaining to the drug resistance. And somebody also was talking about bioenergy, right? Like waste management. Since, like the population is booming like anything, right? Almost, like 1/4 of the population is there in our country. And the population is almost equal to, not equivalent to, equal to, like the waste we are producing, right? Like, so it is very difficult, right? Like to tackle this waste also currently. So how to use this waste, right? Like in a, like kind of, like converting that into a value added products. In one way is bioenergy. And also, like we are totally dependent on the fossil fuels, petrol, diesel, like with the Gulf countries, at least with the help of microorganism, right? Like we can convert the waste into, bioenergy that can be used as a kind of petrol, diesel kind of a thing. And already, like there are projects are there. So if you could visit Coimbatore fruit market, vegetable market, flower market, there, like there is a big plant where, like they are in a small scale, like it's still in R&D. Like they are producing electricity, right? Like, and there are so many other, like things are there where you can produce energy like methane, right? Like, so what people think is, like methane is only from the ground, right? Like, but as a microbiologist, I can say with the help of a microorganism, right? There's a bacteria called methanobacterium. If you're going to put the waste along with the methanobacterium, it just produces methane. You can capture that also, but still, like still, we are in the R&D level. So all these conferences, right? All these international conferences, seminar, workshops, like that should actually, like motivate the students, like to choose a career, especially in this kind of field where, like you can achieve a lot of success, I can say. Because it's not like that only you have to choose only, like in one field, because I belong to a medical microbiology department. So I used to conduct interview for the MSc admission. So I used to ask them only one question: what made you to land in medical microbiology course? Simply, they will say that, like, sir, I want to find a vaccine. I said, like, do you think, like finding a vaccine, it's a kind of a child's play kind of a thing? No. It's not like that. What you're seeing in the movies are something different, right? So for getting one vaccine, right, like it takes almost 10 years from the bench to the market. Even for the antimicrobial, it's not like that, like they will identify one target, they'll, when it comes for the market, it is, like one product or something like, no, they will identify almost 10,000 molecules in the lab. But when it comes out, right, like it comes as a one, like product. So a lot of, like R&Ds are there, and presently, like the students are so filmy, I can say, by seeing movies and other things, like if I'm going to do microbiology, like I'll be like looking like a Dasavadara movie, Kamal Hassan, or like something like that. It's not like that. It's quite a it's a fantasy, right? It's a fantasy. Don't compare the like filmy thing with your current like a scenario. Practically speaking, right? Like you need to do more and more R&D, right? Like people today, like yesterday and today, like they would have shared a lot of like insights about the research, kind of a multidisciplinary research, and definitely like this will help. It's not like all those 50 people in this room, like they will take their career as a research. If one student, like they take research as a career, that is a big achievement for the college for conducting this conference, right? So all this conference workshops, it's mere like getting knowledge, and also like interaction with the scientists, fellow scientists, where like they will share their like research experience, and by that only like you should get motivated by not like seeing a movie where like putting one overcoat, white overcoat, having one pipette and big like glass or something like that. And I have seen in a movie where like where in the same movie where in a binocular they will see the virus which gets replicated or something like that. Even now like you can see in advertisement and all, Harpic advertisement, where with the help of lens and all they will see like in the toilet bacteria moving here. That is to attract the crowd. You should remember that like film is something like different, and life is something different practically, right? Like, so don't get confused between this and that. There are so many options are there, like when you finish microbiology, and that's where like these people came. Don't think only vaccine protection, getting a medicine or something like which is only involved your microbiology like thing. There are a lot of other scopes of food microbiology, soil microbiology. India is a land of like agriculture. I can say 80% of the like the manpower like it is there in the agriculture. Soil microbiology, wastewater microbiology, that is water microbiology, right? Because like I think in future somebody has quoted that world war will come because of the water crisis. So we need to go for a recycling, more and more recycling of our wastewater. Food microbiology, pharmaceutical microbiology is one concept where like I was just talking about. Right, there are so many openings and so many like scopes that don't get like confined to one particular area, that putting a white coat and like be a filmy thing or something like a. You have a lot of scope when it comes for like thing, and I hope that like the yesterday and today like you would have got new insights about like multidisciplinary research. That is more and more important, I can say. And of course, like India's land of opportunities. And you won't believe Tamil Nadu is number one in India, where like we got almost 6,000 to 7,000 startups are there. So that's the reason I'm saying you have a lot of opportunity when it comes for even for the microbiology, I can say. But not many people knows about that. They think that like the startups are only for the engineers. No, startups are there for microbiologists also, right? Like because during the time of COVID, you would have witnessed, like hand sanitizers, mask in a different, like from this tree plant, like a biomass, where like, because all these masks are made up of, like polymer, right? Like when you're going to put it in the soil, it may not get degraded very easily. So they went for a plant-based, like mask. They went for even a paint. I was getting a project from a paint company. I just don't want to name that, right? Like saying that, we have developed a paint where, like it doesn't attract the COVID-19 virus. But it's very simple. It's not only attracts the COVID-19 virus, it doesn't attract any microorganism because of the electrostatic force. There it comes your physics, right? So like this, like if you're going to have a interdisciplinary or a multidisciplinary approach of research, I think, like the scope is going to be more and more with the young guns, I can say. Otherwise, like don't confine. I want to become only laboratory oriented. Or even I used to tell my university students, don't only, like think about medical micro. Go and write TNPC. Go and write UPSC. Right, go and like even VAO. So one student was telling, sir, I cannot write VAO on that. That is very smaller. Like the post-wise, it's very small. I say that from the VAO, write exams, right? Like even for group 3, group 2, group 1. Like that, if you're going to move, like it's going to be, like useful, because it's not like all the 20 students, they came with the interest. They would have came out of compulsion. Their parents would have told, but the parents, what kind of information they are getting from their office, right? They will say that IBMS is there. There, if a son is, a daughter is going to do, MSc, he will earn, 45 to 50,000. This is what, I was getting. Sometimes I used to interact with the students, if they are not doing well, counseling kind of a thing. So they say that, sir, I am more interested towards the painting. But my parents compelled, that's the reason, I just came, thing. It's very simple. Right? So the thing is, whatever you are interested, please do it. And if you are a microbiologist, please don't focus only on healthcare sector. So there are any number of people are there in the healthcare sector. It's not like that I'm demotivating you, right? I'm just requesting you change your option so that, you can get highlighted in the society, right? So with this, I would like to thank the management principal, vice principal, and the HODs of the department for giving me this opportunity to interact with you guys. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your valedictory address, sir. Your speech related to recycling process and opportunities towards students' interdisciplinary research will motivate us to create new society. Thank you so much, sir. All the students we witnessed today receiving honors for their talents will grow to the new responsible scientists of our society. May they grow up to make us proud and achieve the highest human value. Now, I invite our Vice Principal, Mrs. Jafia Salmon, to deliver the Best Presentation Awards. The Best Paper Presentation, Kavya S., Ethiraj College for Women. Secure first prize,
Good evening, all. I deem it a privilege to declare the awards of this international conference organized by the Department of Microbiology, Biochemistry and Chemistry. The best paper goes to S. Kavya of Ethiraj College for Women, Chennai. The second best paper selected by the team is Mr. B. Mohan from Government Tirumagal Hills College, Gudiyatham. I request Dr. Prabhu sir to give away the awards. The best paper on the third place goes to V. Vinodini of SRM Dental College. Special appreciation for the research work, Sri Lekha R. of Savita Engineering College. Another special appreciation for the research work goes to Glory Angel S. of Wali Amal College for Women. Thank you. I request the presenters of the two-day international conference to come and get their certificates from our guest. Indumadi V, Assistant Professor. Devane Ammal College for Women. I request our Dr. Sridevi B, Assistant Professor. There's a team over here. I request our students who have attended the conference and participated, come and get your certificates from our guest. Mercy Mary G. Ponnarasi P. Binu C. Candidates who have participated in the conference from other college, Suman Sharma from Kanchi Sri Krishna College of Arts and Science and Purushothaman R of Kanchi Sri Krishna College of Arts and Science.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, to deliver the awards. Saying thank you is more than good manners. It's good spirituality too. On behalf of the organization, it's time to deliver vote of thanks. Now I just call upon Mrs. Jabaziza, Head, Department of Chemistry, to deliver the vote of thanks.
You will be enriched in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion, and through us, your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. With this biblical verse from 2 Corinthians 9:11, I am very glad to be here to propose vote of thanks on behalf of organizing committee. God is our designer, creator, defender, and forgiver, without whom nothing is possible. I think this is the right time to our God Almighty for blessing us with good health throughout this conference. Deep regards and hearty thanks to Dr. D. Prabhu sir, Assistant Professor and Head in Charge, Department of Microbiology, University of Madras, for accepting our invitation. We are greatly encouraged by your gracious presence and immensely benefited by your inspiring address. Thank you, sir, for being with us in spite of your busy schedule. We are extremely grateful to our chairman, Chevalier Dr. N.R. Dhanapalan sir, Secretary Mr. N.R.D. Premkumar sir, Joint Secretary Dr. P.R. Premchand sir, unavailable group of institutions for their support and encouragement. My special thanks to our principal, Dr. Inita Labanan MNC ma'am, and Vice Principal Mrs. Jafia Solomon ma'am for their constant support and guidance at all times. I thank all the resource persons of the 4 sessions, Dr. Ashok Kumar Veeramuthu, Dr. Ramachandran Samivel, Dr. Arun Babu Damodaran, Dr. Kalirajan Arunachalam for sharing their valuable knowledge in research. I thank all the faculty members, research scholars, and students of different destinations for supporting us to make this conference a grand success. I thank Dr. Uma Sarlada ma'am, Dr. Deepa Agustin ma'am, Mrs. D. Mohanavalli ma'am for rendering their support during the presentations. I thank all the participants of various colleges who attended both online and offline across the globe. I also wish to express my sincere thanks to Mr. Loganathan sir, our administrative officer, Mr. Sudan sir, campus supervisor, Mr. Philip sir, our music director, technical team, Mr. Abhilash sir, Mr. Manigandan sir, Viscom department, and the students for the timely help. My special word of appreciation to Mr. Deepak Kumar sir for procuring ISBN number. I also wish to thank all the teaching and non-teaching faculty members, our supporting staff members for their help. My deep sense of appreciation to my colleagues of chemistry department, biochemistry and microbiology departments for the dedication, teamwork and untiring efforts round the clock for the past few days. Once again, I thank you all for making this conference a grand success. Thank you for being with us. Waiting to meet you all in the forthcoming occasions. Wishing you all a bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Jabana. Now let's all stand for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे